For this project, you'll be researching, designing, digital 3D modeling, and 3D printing 2 spinning tops. The main reason we're doing this project is to give you an introduction to digital 3D modeling and printing. These new technologies are changing the way prototypes are built and the actual objects that we use in our lives are built. And so understanding how these processes work are very valuable and can be a great way to explore making 3D design. I think, as in the future, these technologies are just going to become more and more important, much like photography has become more and more important in our visual world for 2D, 3D scanning, digital modeling, and printing are exciting technologies that I think will be fun for us to work through in this class. So let me just go through the process of what it's going to take for you to complete this project. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to research what spinning tops are. So here are 2 spinning tops that I created the same way that you all are going to create your tops for this class. The first thing you do is take some time, go on the internet and research what a spinning top is, how it works, look at a number of different designs, and come up with an idea for 2 separate tops that have some differences in their design. On Canvas, I've included a number of links to information on tops. You're going to figure out what you want to do. Number 2, you're going to go ahead and in your sketchbook, you're going to sketch out your designs and work through a number of designs. Maybe you work through 10 designs and pick 2 of them. We're going to want to consider, as you're designing your object, consider its function, right? So this object is a kinetic object that's going to move, and there has to be certain properties that it has for it to function the way it's intended. Then also think about the aesthetics of your top and how it looks and whether the proportions are pleasing to the eye. Maybe you're going to add words or colors or designs to your top. Think about the aesthetics and how it looks. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to create your 3D model using a 3D modeling program. So the program that I've chosen for us to use is called Tinkercad. Tinkercad is a great software that is very simple to use, very simple to learn. There are a lot of resources out there available for us to help us learn. And in fact, I have included videos on how to run the basic program and a video tutorial of someone creating these exact objects. So you'll be able to follow along with that. And another reason that I chose Tinkercad is it's free and it's available to anyone that has access to a web browser. So if you've got a computer and it runs a web browser, you can sign up for a Tinkercad account, which we all will need to do to use the program. You sign up for the account, you open up Tinkercad in your browser, and then you can start modeling your objects. It runs, on Windows machines, Mac machines. It actually runs. They've changed it so it will run on tablets, touch screens. I had it open on my phone. I didn't do a lot of modeling on the phone to see how easy it was, but hopefully everyone has access to some type of computer or tablet or phone that they can model these objects in. If you have used other 3D modeling programs and have experience with those, you can use other programs to make these objects. These objects are very simple. If you use Blender, or you use Maya, or you use any of the other multitude of 3D modeling programs, by all means, you can use whatever program you need or Okay, when you're designing your objects, after we're gonna design 2 of these tops. After we are done modeling the object, you are going to export an STL file that we're going to print. We have a MakerBot Replicator PLA printer that we're going to be printing these objects on. 3D printing is a process that involves taking a 3D model, which you guys are going to create. The first step in, or the overview of 3D printing is that you take your model, you put it in a software that slices it into different layers, and then that information is put into a machine that creates your object layer by layer. So for the instance of our MakerBot Replicator, it's got an extruder and that heats up PLA plastic, which comes in a spool, and it's got a bed that comes up, and the PLA plastic is printed on the bed, and then the bed the head goes up a layer, prints another layer, goes up a layer, prints another layer, goes up a layer, prints another layer, and creates your object this way. There are other 3D printing processes where some of them use lasers to harden resin. Some of them use, binders, so like a liquid that's squirted in on a bed of particles that harden. There's a lot of processes. I think the PLA extruder printers are the least expensive right now and the most accessible. And we've sort of come to a point in history where they're quite reliable, and we can create prototypes or objects out of these plastics consistently. Okay, so again, there are many resources on the Tinkercad to help you learn the software and to create your object. The video you really want to watch and you want to go follow along with if you've never used a 3D modeling program is the video I have in Canvas titled Spin Till You're Dizzy, Tinkercad Makes Terrific Tops. This is a tutorial that goes through creating tops in Tinkercad, and you can follow along. You'll want to be fairly, you want to pause the video. He goes fairly fast. So, watch the video. When he does something in the video, pause it, go to Tinkercad and try it for your top design. And that's the main resource for learning how to do this project on Tinkercad. Once you've designed your object, one other design consideration I guess I forgot to mention is the size. So our MakerBot Replicator, the largest object that it will print is 9.92 inches wide by 7.83 inches high by 9.5 inches deep. So consider that in your design. Basically your object can be 6 inches tall. I would try and keep your, make 5.5, make sure your top is not over 5.5 inches tall. That way we can print it upright and fit it on the bed of the MakerBot Replicator. Okay, you design your objects. You're going to export in Tinkercad a STL file, .stl. It gives you a few options. I think it gives you an OBJ option and maybe 2 other options. Pick export as STL file. Name your file with your name and maybe the number of your top. And then you're going to turn in this STL file in the Module 6, Project number 5, Digital 3D Modeling and Printing Assignment on Canvas. I will then take that file and print them on our printer. Once those are printed, they will be available for you to pick up at the same time as you drop off your clay projects. So last week we finished up the clay projects. We are going to, I've set up some dates where you all can drop off your clay projects at the Elkhorn Valley campus and then pick up your 3D printed tops at the same time. So we're going to try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone, if you will. After that, we're going to have everyone post images of your sketches and then also try and take a screenshot of your top design from Tinkercad or from whatever other software that you're using that you are going to post to the Module 7 discussion, Module 5 Digital 3D Modeling and Printing discussion, so we can all discuss our top designs in the discussion. A few other things, so that's what the project is going to involve. This plastic can be painted. So you may have a design that involves some color or involves a pattern. You can paint on this stuff. It is fairly durable, but like for instance on my tops, I had the small spinning area. You know, I flung them off the table and broke both of them off, so I had to glue them back on. So, you know, you can use glue to fix these things up and work with them, and they're not the most durable objects in the world, but it's a great way to prototype and sort of work out your ideas. The other great thing about 3D printing that we're not going to get to experiment with too much in this project, in this class, because we're not meeting as a group, is the fact that changing the scale and making minor adjustments is very easy. In our 3D modeling programs, we go in there and, you know, so for instance, maybe I wanted this cone to be shallower, maybe halfway between. This one's very shallow and this one is less shallow. You know, I can try variations. Maybe I want to change the scale. It's very easy to make things bigger or smaller using the 3D modeling software and the printing. So, I hope you enjoy this project. I know I had fun working through it myself. As you work through your ideas and work on Tinkercad and create your files, again, if you have any questions, please contact me. If you're having problems running the software, I can help run you through the process. You know, be creative. Have fun, and I look forward to seeing your top designs.